Howdy to the Lone Star State's Cowboys Nation. Your like and subscription to this video are essential for us. Please consider it. Thanks, y'all. The Dallas Cowboys are eyeing a well-known figure to step in as the new defensive coordinator, filling Dan Quinn's shoes. The Cowboys are scheduled to meet with Mike Zimmer, the former head coach of the Minnesota Vikings and a past assistant coach of theirs, as reported by Tom Pelissero of NFL Network. At 67 years old, he's widely recognized for his extensive tenure as head coach of the Vikings, where he held the reins on the sidelines for 8 years from 2014 to 2021. Throughout his time in Minnesota, Zimmer steered the Vikings to 3 playoff runs, notably reaching the NFC Championship game in the 2017 season. Under Zimmer's leadership in Minnesota, the Vikings consistently performed, never ending a season with fewer than 7 victories. Zimmer amassed a record of 72 wins, 56 losses, and 1 tie over his tenure. Between 2014 and 2021, Minnesota secured the league's 10th best overall record. Beyond his notable tenure with the Vikings, Zimmer took on a role in 2022 as an analyst and consultant for Deion Sanders' alma mater, Jackson State's football squad. This collaboration gained significance from Sanders' Super Bowl victory with the Cowboys at the end of the 1995 season, a period during which Zimmer served as the team's defensive backs coach. Zimmer's stint as an assistant coach with the Cowboys spanned a considerable duration. He was on the coaching staff for 13 years, from 1994 to 2006, and held the position of defensive coordinator during the last 7 of those years. The Cowboys are on the hunt for a new defensive coordinator to fill the shoes of Quinn, who held the position from the 2021 season until his recent move to become the head coach of the Washington Commanders. Under Quinn's guidance, Dallas boasted a top 7 ranking in points allowed for 3 consecutive seasons and led the NFL in turnovers forced in both the 2021 and 2022 seasons. Dallas plans to meet with former Commanders head coach Ron Rivera for an interview, as highlighted by Michael David Smith from NBC Sports. Team proprietor Jerry Jones remains unfazed as the Cowboys embark on the quest for a new defensive coordinator. In commenting on Quinn's move to their NFC East adversaries, Jones downplayed the notion that finding a replacement defensive coordinator would pose a problem. The prospect of recruiting a new defensive coordinator at this stage of the hiring season might seem intimidating, but it's important to remember that Dallas boasts one of the NFL's most illustrious defensive rosters. The Cowboys lineup includes Pro Bowlers like Micah Parsons, Darren Bland, and Trayvon Diggs. Additionally, Dallas's strategy of pursuing established names for the defensive coordinator position, including Zimmer and Rivera, is a significant advantage. The Dallas Cowboys have faced challenges in filling the void left by Amari Cooper and his significance in quarterback Prescott's pecking order of targets since his trade to the Cleveland Browns in 2022. However, this situation may soon see a turnaround. With the Cowboys grappling with notable salary cap issues this upcoming offseason and the potential departure of Brandon Cooks, Dallas appears poised to draft a wide receiver in the 2024 NFL Draft who can truly mirror Cooper's achievements within Prescott's collection of targets. In his most recent 2024 NFL mock draft covering 2 rounds, ESPN's Matt Miller predicts the Cowboys will pick Keon Coleman, the wide receiver from Florida State. Brandon Cooks sure did leave his mark as the 2023 season unfolded, but let's not beat around the bush. Dallas has been on the hunt for a solid partner for CeeDee Lamb ever since Amari Cooper packed his bags. Enter Keon Coleman, a towering 6'4", 215-pound wideout, who snagged 11 touchdowns from merely 50 receptions in his standout season with Florida State, following his stint at Michigan State. While he might find it tough to get clear at times, squaring off against the opponent's second-best cornerback should be a breeze for him, thanks to his imposing stature, wide catch radius, and grit in powering through tackles. Choosing Coleman as the 24th overall pick enables the Cowboys to advance at the receiver position without committing to a hefty extension for Cooks. Simultaneously, it rejuvenates the lineup opposite the 24-year-old Lamb. In his junior year at Tallahassee last season, Coleman secured 50 receptions for 658 yards and scored 11 touchdowns, demonstrating his ability to extend the play with an average of 13.2 yards per catch. Lamb stands as the Cowboys' top wideout, yet Dallas has dedicated the last 2 years to finding a reliable second option. Pro Football Focus considers Coleman to potentially be a high-reward, yet risky addition. Tipping the scales at 6'4" and 215 pounds, Coleman boasts the quintessential NFL build, complete with a highlight reel that showcases some of the draft class's most jaw-dropping catches. Yet, his consistency leaves much to be desired, and several red flags in his assessment have draft pundits and NFL squads scattered in their opinions on him. Last season, he pulled off some of the most remarkable contested catches you'd lay eyes on, yet he secured just 33.3% of such chances, nearly halving his rate from his time at Michigan State. Another concern is his overall performance, which has been lukewarm at best, particularly when stacked against other leading receiver prospects in this draft. Over 3 seasons, with 2 spent at Michigan State, Coleman hauled in 115 receptions for 1,506 yards, crossing the end zone 19 times with touchdown catches. Bringing Mike Zimmer on board as the defensive coordinator could be a masterstroke for the Dallas Cowboys. Zimmer's deep-rooted experience in the NFL, marked by a successful tenure with the Minnesota Vikings and a significant history with the Cowboys themselves, positions him uniquely to fortify Dallas's defense. His proven track record of elevating team defenses to playoff-caliber levels, combined with his familiarity with the Cowboys' culture and expectations, makes him an ideal candidate to steer the team's defensive strategies moving forward. On the offensive side, drafting Coleman could represent a pivotal move for the Cowboys. Coleman's impressive physical attributes and his knack for making spectacular catches offer Dallas the chance to revitalize their receiving core, particularly in complementing CeeDee Lamb. Coleman's potential to stretch the field and contribute significantly to the Cowboys' aerial attack addresses a critical need, offering a fresh and dynamic option for quarterback Prescott's targets. In conclusion, the potential additions of Mike Zimmer and Coleman represent strategic moves aimed at strengthening both sides of the ball for the Dallas Cowboys. However, while these additions are commendable and signal a positive direction, it's clear that for the Cowboys to truly make a mark and elevate their chances of success, owner Jerry Jones must not stop here. The expectation is that these steps are just the beginning of a more comprehensive strategy to enhance the team's roster. There's a palpable anticipation among the fan base for Jones to make further significant signings, players who can not only complement the strengths of Zimmer and Coleman, but also bring additional depth and impact to the squad. This approach of adding more high-caliber talent would not only solidify the Cowboys' position as serious contenders, but also reassure the fans and players alike that the team is fully committed to overcoming any hurdle to achieve greatness. We value your feedback. Please subscribe and leave your opinion in the comments.